Okay, guys, it looks like we're about to go live. What's going on? Let's go ahead and switch to the camera. Okay, whoa, ho, it's all live now. What's going on? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Okay, so we are live. Welcome to live coverage of CES 2023. I am your host, Robeytech, and we are in the Asus and Asus ROG booth, and we're going to be taking you on a live tour of this entire location. And you can just ask questions. We got my we got our team who literally with chat, they're looking at your questions, and then if you have things that you see that you guys just want us to highlight or talk about, we'll go from there. So let's start over here with this super insane build from Mods by Ben. And then we've got some cool GPUs. Nothing that you guys haven't seen before, but a very interesting sustainability build from our friends from the channel Mods by Ben. So this is the Asus ROG Strix. This is all about sustainability. This is actually supposed to be like in a drum enclosure, but I mean the cool thing about what Ben does is Ben does a lot of things in terms of creating his own chassis and stuff. So very cool to see his work. And then something I haven't seen. I'm looking at Kat over there. Someday we'll have to do a brown and black Noctua build. These things are so awesome. Look at how thick that is, right? So this is their Noctua one. I've seen a couple of the builds and stuff from that, and it's actually really cool to actually get to see one of these in person. I don't know, man. Can you just see the thickness of that thing? Isn't that crazy? So we do have, like I said, we just got finished doing the Asus ROG. We did the TUF 3070 Ti for our 4070 Ti review. And then they also have, this is the bad boy, the over $1,000 4070 Ti Strix right here. And again, looks like they're kind of the same size. You have all of the same look. You got the overclock and everything else, but this just released this morning, so I'm pretty sure they're already sold out. But yeah, we actually have one. They do exist. They are in person, and things like that. Now, the other thing too I thought was actually super cool. This is like a nice behind the scenes. Is they have a photo softbox that you can actually use. So if you want to go ahead and you want to make your stuff look good, let's make this Noctua look really good. Pop it in there, and then look at how much better that looks. Look how pro we are, Chanel. We're so pro with here. Yeah. So Kat, is this a Ti? Is this a 47? Oh, this is a 4080. Okay, so this is a 4080. So we got a 40. This is a 4080 right here. Man, that thing is thick, dude, and it's super brown. What are you guys thinking of the stuff so far? And then we have, this looks like, actually, this is going to be super familiar. This is the Maximus board. We're actually going to be using this here tomorrow. We're going to be doing a build in the ice bar. So this is, now I can actually see what the motherboard looks like. But this is like their high-end, like for overclocking. It has tons of stuff for water cooling, all the stuff that we're essentially going to use to make this, to make that build super epic. But yeah, and then they have, they're showing, this is pretty much everything here. Let's keep going. Oh, you guys remember, I didn't get to show you because we weren't able to live stream from here. So when we did the MSI booth, the other thing too that's actually been really big at CES are the Wi-Fi 7 routers. So I've seen, this is the ROG, their Rapture Wi-Fi 7 router. Look at that thing, dude. It's like, it's crazy how much like tech is inside of it. Now I know most people are probably still on Wi-Fi 5, maybe Wi-Fi 6, so to have like Wi-Fi 7, we are actually, this entire stream is actually on the Wi-Fi 7 router right now. Yeah, so you guys, we're powered by Wi-Fi 7 here at Robeytech. Any questions so far? No? No? People are just, what are they saying?
They're just really impressed by it.
They're really impressed. Okay, no questions yet. But as we kind of show through stuff, but they have other. Now we will have JJ at some point in time is going to jump in and talk to us about a lot of these things. Okay, we do have a question. What can you run on Wi-Fi? Well, pretty much anything. So Wi-Fi 7 is just a higher end, basically a higher end transfer protocol. It's faster, but in terms of anything that you'd want to run, it'll all work. Oh yeah, I'm just looking at you. Sorry, just to answer your question. It'll work absolutely the same. It's just again, like with Wi-Fi 6, especially as the mesh networks and stuff like that come out, you're just going to get faster and better transfer protocols. This is the thing that everybody's been talking about. So on the right, we have 144 hertz. Now there is no way in our 60 FPS stream that you're going to be able to tell the difference between those. But Asus actually has their 540 hertz screen on display here, which is for, even Josiah's like, he's getting excited. For you super good Fortnite or CSGO tryhards who say like you need every single bit of speed. You know, it's funny, I've had a very interesting conversation with JJ who was here on site about 540 hertz, and there is something about people who play at such a high refresh rate and then drop down, like as your brain gets used to that pattern of refresh, that you end up all in all, like you will start to notice differences when you drop down. Now for me, like when I sit here and look at it, like it's very hard to notice the difference, but again, this is what those next gen GPUs have been able to unlock, is just being able to game at 540 hertz or, you know, and higher, and even 4K at 240 hertz and stuff like that now with like your RTX 4090 and stuff like that, which is actually pretty crazy. Okay, so anyway, this is kind of one of the big thing, and then again, obviously big thing with NVIDIA and their G-Sync capability stuff, and it is G-Sync capable, which is actually pretty dang awesome. And it has here, it's like this is the world's first 540 hertz, and it's powered by this, well right now I'm pretty sure there's probably a nice, it says condensed size power. This is a compact, redesigned thermals. It's got a 13th gen and a 40 series graphics card inside of this very tiny enclosure as well. So, man, that thing is small. And it's got like a display on it. Did you see this? It has like a little display, which is actually pretty nuts. Wow, that is nice. That is like crazy small. I don't know what is inside of it, like what speed. Do we know what 40 series is in here? Or? Okay, so we're gonna get that information in here, but this is actually a pretty nice little setup. I mean, if you could have this, like you could make this for your house, would you do that? Okay, question. Asus ROG chair. Yes, it is. Look at this. Oh wow. Okay, so check this out. They got depth and tilt. It's actually named. Okay, who has gotten a chair and completely forgotten what does what? You know what I mean? Like now they actually have it labeled. And this is actually pretty fancy. Did you design this, Kat?
No.
Kat designed this, just so you guys know. I think Juno, you designed this, right? You designed this, you designed the chair, right? Everybody, this is Juno and Kat, by the way. We're just here going in there. But yeah, Juno designed this chair.
You're right.
Yeah. Man, that chair is nice. Okay, we're gonna sit in it. We ready to see? Show the flex of the lumbar support. I've been working out, guys, but oh, that's nice. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. And like, it's really easy to tell. Look, because they label it. That's such a good idea that you actually label what this is. That is so cool.
Try it.
Whoa. Yeah, the handles are, I don't know how that works though. It's labeled, but it's, okay. Oh, and that stops the tilt, and then you put it down and that, oh, that's awesome. And then you got your, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, you can do like a nap. Ooh. Oh, okay, don't hit into the thing. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. So the way it works is it just moves up and down, and that's how it works. And I heard this is gonna be $30. No, I'm just kidding, that stuff. Definitely not a $30 chair. And then these are actually really good too. Wow, that is really comfortable. That is very comfortable. Wow, okay, we might have to get into gaming chairs, guys. But yeah, there's the gaming chair. Okay, so we're moving over. Oh, did we find out what's inside?
Yep, so currently we have a 3070 in it, and it's going to be refreshed into a 40 series.
Okay, so it will be a 40 series at some point in time. But look at how small that is. That's actually really cool. Questions? No, people are just enjoying it. They love huh?
The AIO, so it's the Ryuo.
Oh, snap. Look at this, guys. Okay. Wow, look at this whole case.
This is the GR701 Hyperion.
Okay, so this is the GR701 Hyperion. It looks like a Hyperion. Holy moly. Look at all of the RGB on this, guys. Wow, and that's your new AIO, huh?
Correct.
That's
the Ryuo, that's our new counterpart to the Ryujin.
Wow. Is the cold plate square or is it round? Just out of curiosity, do you know? I'm not sure. You're not sure? Okay. Here. These are all the questions. Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, so again, you got an ROG. We've actually shown this off on the stream before, and then this is
some functionality of the case.
Oh wow. Okay. You want to? Okay, we're gonna get a demo, live demo. Here we go. Okay, so show me some of the functionality of the case.
We can see the drawing here. We have a Newegg DIY tool storage. You can put the PCI slot here, the screwdrivers.
Whoa!
And cable tie and the screw storage here. So it's very convenient.
Whoa!
And we have an accessory box come with the chassis.
Wow, okay, so inside of this, guys, is like what he was saying is, check it out. So you actually can store your screwdriver so you never lose it,
yes.
Right? You've just basically got it stored, so you just basically pop that in like this.
It's very handy.
It's very handy, and then you can just take it out. And then you also have additional storage here. Okay, so it just pops in. I didn't want to put, yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's a nice clip. It's got a nice clip in, and then check this out too.
Let them know the AIO is coming out Q2.
Okay, the AIO is coming out in Q2. Okay, so this is coming out in Q2. Okay.
Then we have black and white.
And there will be a black and white for the AIO. Dude, but this is, like, look at this. And then cool, like, it's got, like, the actual storage, so, like, you can put, like, extra small components, stuff like that.
Yes. And we come with these headers.
And it comes with the, yay! Man, good job! That's awesome. I love this. That is really cool. And then this is the accessory kit. Like
yes.
all the screws and stuff.
Yeah, we come with the chassis.
So you actually get this with the chassis. It's got it all separated out. Look at that, nice. And it's small, right? Like, and again, this like you still have room to put other things too if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
which is cool.
Even money or others.
Money? He's like, yeah, you can just put your like good luck money in there if you want to and stuff like that. Okay, so what else we got? Wow. Okay. And then you got your window there, you got your ROG Thor, and then again, the Ryujin is going to be coming out Q2 with both black and white. Wow, that is a really cool case. Look at all the RGB. You've got 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2s, 4 looks like USB 3. What is this?
LED control.
Oh, LED control, so I can push this and it'll change colors? No.
Now it's a multiple sync
Okay.
mode. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. And then you've also got, and then you got your, this looks like reset, right?
Reset.
Yeah, nice. And then power, and then this is all lit up. And then you also, on the other side, guys, you do have, looks like your cable management side. Oh yeah, I want to see this controller here. But on the cable management side, oh look, they actually have like slotting for there. Like, and then again, very similar to what they had on their Helios size cases, but again, in terms of, it's still good. Okay, we got a question.
Price of the AIO increased release date.
Okay, price of the AIO, do we have that yet?
So price release date will probably be in February, correct? Yeah.
Okay.
February. Yeah.
Yeah, in February, and we'll build it on the channel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will have this on the channel. We will definitely do a build in this. And luckily we have a Strix and everything, so we can actually make this exact same build, but you know, we'll work on the cable management.
Ready to go?
Yeah, when the bag is 34 millimeter dips, and the 46 for cable route.
Okay.
So
okay.
even the 24 pin from PSU is okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So yeah, they're basically saying there's a significant, and there is, like I just looking in the back, significant amount of room for cable management room, and at the same time, I do like how they've done. I mean, you have a lot of room to build in this build, and in terms of cooling, looks like 360 on the top, 360 on the front, or
Two for 420 millimeters.
oh, you can do two 420s.
420 and simultaneous.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah. So now we can do a 13900K inside of this, and it'd be okay. Okay. Awesome.
Hey, Justin.
Okay, JJ is ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna activate his audio real quick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, this case is awesome, JJ. It's super awesome.
It's super awesome.
We just got finished, and you can hide your screwdriver.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna turn on your audio real quick, and then we'll get going. So we just got finished covering all this stuff, and then we talked about the 540 and the 144. I talked about our
talked about the ROG.
We haven't done that yet.
Okay.
I was going to say that. Well,
Well,
we can do it over there.
Yeah.
But this is I'm really impressed with this. And so they said Kat said I can build it in February.
Yes, hopefully the target will be for February release. And he also touched on dual 20 gigabits.
Yeah, no, he didn't say dual 20 gigabits. Okay, so
20
dual
gigabits.
20 gigabits, and then, Any other things that we have question-wise, or are we good? Oh, they're waiting on the price for the Ryujin. Or, sorry, what's the AIO?
The Ryu 3.
Ryu 3, okay.
Ryu 3,
And
which
do you know
will
if the
be
cold plate's
available-
square or round?
It's square because it's the first 8th gen version on the market.
Yes.
So
Okay.
right now, nobody else has an 8th gen base pump.
Okay, so it's an 8th gen base pump, and it'll be,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get the price on that.
Larger cold plate. It also has actually an increased diameter for the tubing, so more actually liquid flows through. So the actual thermal dissipation performance increases about 3 to 4%.
Okay, is it
Yeah.
360 is the size, or can we get 420?
360.
360 is current.
Yeah, and the main reason why it's not like USB 4, like 40 gigabits, is that even though we were the first to put 40 gigabit on a motherboard, that's still kind of a rarity that exists within the space, and it also would even further kind of increase the price point.
Right.
There's more boards that have a dual 20 gigabit standard, so we felt that kind of it was the better balance, because
Okay.
even this kind of configuration, it's extremely rare, you
Nice.
don't get it.
Okay, and JJ, I appreciate, this is the kind of, for those who don't know, JJ, why don't you introduce yourself real quick? Because I know you, and there have definitely people on here, but for those folks who don't, this is JJ.
Hi.
And then JJ, what do you do for Asus?
I'm the Senior Technical Product Marketing Manager, so pretty much I just cover all the technical aspects of our products in North America.
And he's probably, he said, did you turn your mic on?
I thought I did. Oh, mic is
Oh, he
good.
said it's good?
Okay.
Oh, Twitch is cut? What happened? Oh, okay. It just shut off and then it's coming back. Okay, cool.
No worries.
Okay, let me see your pack real quick, just to take a look at it. Oh. Yeah, he's on and he's live. Okay, there you go. I'll let you. Oh, I'm just gonna put that back in your back pocket.
It's all right. We're friendly.
Yeah, we're friendly. Oh, the price on the AIO is $499. Okay, $499 for the AIO. Okay, cool.
No. On the right, on the Ryu?
Yeah,
That should not be $499.
that's why I was really surprised.
Yes.
I'm guessing it's probably closer to 250, 260.
Yeah, I think somewhere around that. We can confirm.
We'll confirm that, guys, and get that all squared.
Yeah.
Did Twitch? Okay, Twitch is back.
All right.
That's good. Twitch is the one that's okay to go up and down. It's YouTube that then creates a whole nother channel, so we're good to go. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about, can they hear? They can hear, and they can hear him?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's talk about this controller, because I know a lot of people are really excited about this.
I think the controller's cool, but I think actually this is the one that everybody wants to talk about first.
Okay, let's talk about this then. Okay.
Yeah, so this is of course the ROG
Oh,
Swift.
yes. Okay, okay, yeah.
It's the ROG Swift PG27AQDM. That essentially just means OLED.
Yes.
Right? So this is 1440p, 240 hertz base monitor. This is, I think, for a lot of people going to be the dream monitor for 2023. Some really cool design accents that we did here. Entirely brand new base that we have on this
Right,
model.
I like it.
So it's a little bit more flared out. It also matches a little bit of kind of the styling that we have
Yep,
here.
with the lighter gray and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is cool. Sorry.
Yep. We've also gone ahead and integrated this new kind of control access that we
Okay.
had on our kind of higher end models.
What does it do?
Well, this is the on-screen display.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you go ahead and press it, you can actually go ahead and manage everything, as opposed to having buttons like over here.
Okay, so it's all right here.
Yep.
Oh wow, and then again, you got the whole thing in terms of the drive. Guys, it's always hard to show this stuff in terms of looking at the screen, but OLED makes such a massive difference, right? You have infinite blacks in terms of just your contrast ratios and stuff like that, and it does your games look so much better. And to be able to do it at 240 hertz, like I basically game on 120 hertz LG OLED C2 is the one that I do. But now we've seen like to have something like this at 144. I mean at 1440 at 240 with 1440p is huge. Yeah, this is going to be the dream monitor.
Plus, it's also, of course, very high color accuracy.
Yep.
So, like all ROG Swift monitors, factory calibrated, right? So that's going to be out of the box. Means you don't have to make any type of adjustments.
Which
You're going to
means-
get great color accuracy out of the box.
And the good thing is that means that you can both game and you can do content creation on the same monitor. You don't necessarily need multiple monitors. Well, I mean, of course you want 2 or 3 of these on your desk, right, to just make sure it looks super sweet. And then, guys, check this out. Josiah, like, look at it's got like the light at the bottom. You can turn all that stuff off if you want to. But again, nice to cool to do the accents. Can you change this to a different color, or is it okay?
No.
So it's just red.
It's just red.
Oh, he's showing it off. Look at that. You're so pro.
Now,
We got a question. Okay, what's up?
Can the monitor be VESA mounted?
Yes, can the monitor VESA mount?
Yes, you can still support mounting.
Yeah, it's a VESA mounted.
Another thing that we did do is this is actually a new type of ID
go get
design.
10.
So this is actually, if you look, that's a really cool actually metal backplate.
Wow.
And this is actually serving as a heat sink. So a heat sink is critical to OLED's performance. It helps to lower the temperature, helps to actually sustain higher brightness levels, and also help to mitigate burn-in over time.
Wow.
So this is a key kind of attribute that we have on the ROG Swift monitor that you're not going to see on competing type of solutions. Plus, it also has a kind of really premium feel and design to the actual monitor as well.
And then look at this is actually really cool too, right?
So this is brand new as part of the new ID redesign, where it's a little bit kind of this pixel type of display, which you've seen in some of our other products.
in some of the other products.
Another cool thing, of course, is you still have the full ability to have height adjustment, right? You can, of course, do your rotation if you want to, including full. And then we also keep the ROG tripod mount.
Okay, so you can do a camera.
Yeah, if you want to put camera, microphone, light, even some people will take some of our mobile displays and they'll actually mount a secondary mobile display so they can have a second display on top. So maybe something like a smaller, like a 17-inch, and they'll just put it on there, and then they can use that for like different stat information.
That is really cool.
Yep.
So lots of stuff.
Will they make one smaller than 30 inches?
Will they make one Will they make one smaller than 30 inches? This is
This is 27
This is
inches.
27. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
And then do
now-
we have a price for this one?
It hasn't been final, but we should be looking at about $1,100.
1,100. Wow.
Yeah.
Really? That's great. Okay.
Around there.
Around there. We don't know. Maybe.
Stay tuned. But that should be in the relative ballpark in terms of the relative pricing. In terms of the overall options that we now give you in terms of OLED, we have everything from 13-inch mobile displays, 15-inch mobile displays, 27 inches. We then have 32-inch 4K OLED as well. And then we have 42-inch and 48-inch.
Okay.
So we actually have a
You actually have quite a yeah, that's a lot of you have a lot of options in terms of your OLED
part of the
stuff.
advantage of Asus as well is that we're not limited to only working with, let's say, LG panel. We also have, let's say, other partners such as Japan OLED. So that's actually what gives us the flexibility to offer different types of dimensions that you might not necessarily see from other companies, which are limited to maybe only one panel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if this has burn-in protection, like the?
So all LG, including us, are going to offer some form of burn-in mitigation, but you still want to be conscious of it as a user, right?
Okay.
You know, maybe consider auto-hiding your taskbar, you know, reducing the number of icons that you run. It's just the reality of still the technology. And I would make a recommendation that if some people are interested, we also have the ROG Swift 1440p 360 hertz ROG Swift monitor, which is using the new ultra-fast IPS technology. So that's kind of like a counterpart. It's almost at the same price point, same spec, right? But traditional technology that if you really want that bulletproof experience, right, that could be an alternate, right? Where if you don't necessarily maybe want to have to factor in the potential of burn-in, that's another option for you.
Okay. Right. What do you guys think? All in all, like, who's interested? I'd love to see a raise of hands. Who's interested in seeing, like, especially wanting to get an OLED monitor in 2023? And it's awesome to see this, the controller, because I know a lot of people want to talk about the.
So in terms of the controller, I'm actually going to show the two of them right here.
Okay.
So.
And I know we have a lot of people who like do console and we do both, but this is like this. So this is taking the
I want
same.
you first feel it in your hands. right?
And as somebody who's a 20-year Xbox vet, right? Because that's what I did for 20 years, was working at Xbox, right? Like, this is like my favorite form factor for controller.
The number one thing that we really focused on was build quality. We wanted this to feel great in the hand, have really nice construction quality, and fit and finish. So this is the Rakiri, and then we also have the Rakiri Pro. So some of the cool things that we did here is that you're going to see, one, we don't use any type of rubber. We actually have this nice grip texture. So really, really nice to keep comfortable in your hands. You'll notice that on the Rakiri and the Rakiri Pro, they also have these back buttons.
Yeah, that's what we were showing off.
These are really nice and often placed, so you don't accidentally bump them. They feel really tactile, really nice. The other cool benefit is you can remap them for all kinds of things, from not only game scenarios, but even profile switching. Now, the kind of really cool hat trick that you're going to see is press the Xbox button, and if you hold that down, it should hopefully be charged there in a moment, but you should see the OLED screen come on.
Oh, wow, really?
Did it? Oh, maybe battery's out on that one. So let's go ahead and maybe try it on this one. Hopefully. There we go.
Snap.
So,
whoa.
This is going to be the world's first, not only with an OLED screen, which you can see information like your profile, your battery life, but you can also even see stat notification messages. So take, for instance, like if you mute your audio, you know that you're muted, right? Or if you switch between, let's say, racing and let's say fighting, or let's say FPS, you know the profile that you've actually switched into.
Wow, that is super cool. I mean, and then I love the little lighting and all that sort of stuff.
So, of course, this fully supports Asus Aura Sync, so you have full RGB lighting control. This is also the world's first tri-mode based enabled unit. So you have Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz, and USB-C connectivity.
Wow, okay, so I mean, in all, like, you are good to go. Does it work with an Xbox?
Yes, it is fully licensed to actually work with the Xbox.
Wow, so it works. So you can have OLED with an Xbox as well. Like, look at him smiling. He's good. Yes, we'll have
You have to use the wired connection
wired
for that.
Okay.
Yes. Now, some other cool things that you're going to see if you want to flip that around, show people, is that we have the trigger locks.
Yep.
So if you guys haven't used trigger locks, I love trigger locks because if you want to go into racing, you can fully depress, and then if you want to go into switch into FPS,
you can just basically have
nice
a switch.
taps.
Yeah,
exactly. Now, the last really cool thing that I'll touch on, which I really, really love on this model, is that the jack, of course, for your headphone, for your mic. Guess what? We've gone ahead and integrated an ESS Saber DAC and amp into this.
Really?
So you get a really nice level of audio quality.
So he's talking about basically you can plug in your headset right here, and it's got a DAC.
Yep. So you're going to get improved fidelity, sharpness, positioning, a little bit of a punch up in the volume, also performance for your headphone.
Wow.
So overall, we've really tried to provide, I think, a comprehensive experience. Whether you're gaming on your Xbox, whether you're gaming on your PC or your laptop, we feel we've got a really great option with the Rakiri and the Rakiri Pro.
And when does this come out?
Right now, the target we're estimating is probably going to be very beginning of Q2 timeframe.
Okay, and then do we have a price on these?
Hasn't
been announced?
Hasn't been 100% finalized, but pricing, we're looking to be very competitive within kind of this premium market segment. So if you're looking at something like an Xbox Elite, a SCUF type controller, we think we offer a really good feature set that'll keep you in that price band. And I would say compared to even something like Elite 2, we're actually going to be underneath that price band.
Come on. I mean, again, if you're there, I mean, again, those are like I have an Elite 2. Most of us have Elite 2s. Oh, battery life.
Battery life, we haven't finalized, the metrics, so stay tuned in that regard. But I will also tell you that for those of you that kind of wonder about dead zone compensation, we have a full Army Crate software suite that's built into the UI interface where you can customize all the different access points. You can customize, like I said, all the different buttons. You can remap. You can do dead zone compensation, all kinds of awesome stuff in there.
Wow, this is cool. We definitely want to put this short form too.
Yeah. So that is the Rakiri and the Rakiri Pro.
Okay, what's up? Question. What? Warranty length on the controller?
Right now, tentatively for North America, it should be 1 year.
1 year.
Yep. So that should definitely be better than some other companies. I know that they're only like 3 or 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. And if definitely we're looking for feedback too, if maybe users maybe want to see that maybe on the Pro model, maybe like 2-year warranty versus like on the standard Rakiri.
Okay, so
like
if you guys hear that, this is it. They're asking for your feedback. So go over to our Discord, discord.gg/Robeytech. Let us know in the gaming channel what kind of warranty and why, because that's always important versus just being like 10 year. That's not useful. You know what I mean? Tell us why you think it should be that, and then we'll get that feedback over to JJ. The one thing I will say about you guys is ROG loves to listen to feedback, and if you have good feedback, it does get taken in, and it has made changes in product.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
so this is really like, that's the one thing I love about doing this live with you guys, is you guys get to see stuff and interact and ask questions that could change things.
Let's move it down here.
Oh, snap.
This gets really exciting here. So this is the brand new ROG Azoth. We've been doing some stuff that, to be frank, I think puts us far above Razer, Logitech SteelSeries, Corsair, in terms that we've been bridging for a while.
Right.
A lot of the more premium enthusiast segment. So we've been doing things like loop switches, bin switches, sound dampening foam. But the Azoth kind of goes on steroids. We're really looking to have a premium offering here. So what really makes the Azoth special is this actually uses what is called a gasket mounting design.
Okay.
So a gasket mounting design helps to create a better form of isolation for
Right.
the actual frame of the keyboard.
Okay.
And then on top of that, we've gone with 3 layers of sound dampening material. We have Poron, silicone, and foam.
Wow.
They're all inside that unit. And we've even improved things like the stabilizers.
And so this is it basically deconstructed.
Correct. And you can even notice how we have these padding right here on things like the Spaceboard. And ultimately what that gives you is a body that sounds really smooth, really stable with no pinging. Feel free, go ahead and try to type on it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, that feels really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing about keyboards. It's hard for me to get that across, but I will tell you, like, I love the texture on the keys itself,
Yeah.
right? It's got a nice grippy texture, and then it's got a great.
Yeah,
It's
some people,
even.
and
It's
the key-
even the whole
very
way.
stable.
Yeah.
So we did a couple of really cool things here. One is that these are what are called PBT double shot keycaps.
Yep.
But we also actually tightened up the height because normally the taller the keycap height, you get more what's called keycap wobble. And so we went ahead and tightened those up so you get reduced wobble, and that gives you better sound, a better feel.
Okay, Chanel, come type on this real quick. I want to see, like, I got people like my opinion, but you sometimes it's just having. You do a lot of this.
Ooh.
I know that's the thing. It's like I'm not kidding.
Very buttery, but
Yeah.
not like
Yep, not crazy. Yeah.
not too soft like you don't know
Yep.
you're typing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing that we did right here is this is our ROG NX switch.
Okay.
So the NX switch does 2 things that are cool. One, they are factory lubed to give it a nice, smoother sound. But another critical thing that a lot of people don't realize is that when you produce a whole keyboard, let's say you produce 100 switches, there's actually something that's called gram force deviance. Essentially, it just means that between one switch and another switch, one might be like 50 grams, but another is 60 grams. This is normal when you produce anything
Right,
that has a mechanical
right,
switch. We're the only manufacturer that openly bins the gram force deviation.
Wow.
So what this means is that all ROG switches, instead of the industry standard, which is 10 gram force, it is 5 gram force deviation. So that just means that across the whole
It's very
keyboard,
even.
it's more consistent.
Yeah.
Right? So that's another premium point. So another cool thing that we did here is
is-
this.
yeah.
This whole thing is part of the accessory kit that comes with the Azoth. We give you premium.
Wow. So you actually get lube. You get a lube
Yeah.
brush, everything.
Well, they're already pre-lubed, but
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
wanted
if
to
you
do
wanted
it
to do it
yourself,
more.
this is legit Crytox 205.
Wow, look at this. So this is So you guys have seen me build keyboards, but like I said, this is actually really
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry that it's not the OEM grade quality or
Yeah, they're making sure that you're
from
like-
some weird source. You get your brush, you get your ROG keycap, of course, opener. You get a premium puller, right? This is much better than the
little-
janky
yeah.
pullers that you see a lot of the times. You actually get a lubing station and you get the premium ROG paracord cable. That all alone, if you probably went on Amazon, would probably cost you like $50.
Yes, I know.
That
It's,
comes
but-
in the box. But of course, we're not even done there. It actually has a full OLED screen, and that will show you your battery life. It can also serve to give you stat information with Armory Crate, so you can see things like your temperature, your clock speeds, and also media playback because we have a full volume function button
Wow.
here. So up, down, press, and side. So full media controls, even though this is 75%. And the final hat trick in all this is a full tri-mode keyboard. This is a rarity amongst high-end
So you get
keyboards.
Bluetooth?
Bluetooth
Wow.
2.4 gaming grade and USB-C. all
Wow,
on
do you
the
guys?
same.
Like again, and it's like it's nice.
Really nice.
Look
big
at the
relative
bottom,
division,
like
yeah.
it's all in all.
So
like
some people might ask, why isn't the whole thing metal? That is critical to be able to achieve Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz. So if you encase the whole thing in metal,
I see.
you would have RF interference. So we have to balance out going with a premium top cover that is metal and then weighted distribution, but then still allow for the high performance signal reception for
and
gaming
then
grade
do you have
wireless.
per key RGB, full 100%
Yeah.
RGB control and all
And
that. Sort of
somebody might ask, the switches on here I think are great, and we're really trying to target just a great out-of-box experience, but this is a full hot swap 5-pin PCB.
Okay.
So if you did want to go ahead and drop in some Oil Kings or some frogs or some azaleas, whatever you want, go for it.
You could do that. Okay, so you do have full customization if you wanted to, but guys, I'm telling you, you got to type on this thing. It's actually pretty incredible feeling in terms of just
I think we hit it.
water resistant.
No. Yeah, if you want full water resistance, make sure to check out the ROG Strict Scope RX, which we even have all the way up to full IPX56 rating. You can literally dunk it in water.
And then release time frame?
Should be before the end of Q1. So
And then do we have a
not too
price?
future. Not 100% final, but you're going to be looking at the premium end of the market. So let's say, around $300 plus.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
But I think if you account for everything that we've done here,
That's
it's
a good
actually
value.
quite a strong value.
Yeah. Especially when it comes with everything to build it. You could take this and start building your other keyboards if you wanted to, if you want to get into it. Because nobody can have just one.
Yep. So we switch over here, I think, to another very interesting model. This is an update to our Falcon NX. So this is only a wired model, but much cheaper, but we did a really couple of cool things that we actually brought over from some of our premium keyboards. So again, factory loop switches, sound dampening foam, and improved stabs, okay? USB-C on the left and the right-hand side, right?
Oh, wow, okay.
And you also maintain the cool thing on the Falchion, which is the cover. So if you want to go ahead and be able to protect that from your cats or dust, debris, dander, or you want to travel and not damage the keyboard, then just go ahead and
the cover's
put that
water
on.
resistant.
Yeah, I mean it is. On top of that, the other cool part is that if you mount this in there, it actually gives you a little bit of kind of cool diffusion. So if you look, it kind of diffuses the lighting.
Wow, that's really.
Yeah, and this is far less expensive. The Falchion NX is going to be a little bit over $100, so probably about like somewhere between about $150 to $120.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
really nice. And again, go ahead and just try typing on that one. It feels quite nice.
What is this showing here?
Well, that's gonna be for our next show right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does feel really nice. I mean, it's hard because you like touch the Ferrari and then now all of a sudden you're like, yes. I mean,
there you go to 3 layers of sound dampening foam in the frame.
I
and
mean,
the-
it's got a
the
great
gasket.
sound to it though. Like it's got a good
Still
sound,
quite good.
still very even.
For the price point and for 65%, I
Yeah.
think it's great. So this guy is really
Look
nice.
at this, guys.
So the cool thing here is if you guys are a fan of something like the Logitech Superlight, this is the mouse to beat it, 100%.
Okay.
So first, I want you to go ahead and just feel it.
Oh wow.
So
Holy.
This guy
wow.
is using a brand new. It's a brand new biopolymer-based design, 54 grams.
Wow, that is incredibly light.
So that's where it just starts. 54 grams. It uses our brand new ROG aim-point sensor, 36,000 DPI. On top of that, we also are the only manufacturer that's openly disclosing CPI tight tolerance deviation of 1%. Okay. Nobody else out there is guaranteeing you CPI deviation of only 1%.
What is that? I've never heard. So again, like this is something that's new.
Essentially, your CPI, right? You can have your sensor, but you can actually have drift, or essentially, you're not getting the guaranteed accuracy level of that sensor.
Got it.
So similar to kind of what we're doing with the switches, right? Where we're guaranteeing a tighter tolerance. We're guaranteeing you if you get this premium sensor, it's going to perform within only a 1% deviation.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
So some other really cool things here. You get the premium ROG micro switches, which are the switches for your left and right buttons. Those are rated for 70 million clicks.
Okay.
They
Wow,
actually
70 million.
have a gold plating inside to reduce oxidation, which also reduces the likelihood of double click. And these are also binned. So just like the keyboard switches, they are binned within plus or 5 minus.
So what do you do with all the stuff you haven't been? Like, is it just in your office? Like he sits on it on like a crown of like all of these switches.
They just don't make it. They just don't make it.
Just don't make it. They get re-thrown into the pile and remelted or whatever.
So another really cool thing here, a rarity amongst high-end mice, especially that are this light. This is full tri-mode. So Bluetooth 2.4, our Speed Nova wireless, as well as USB-C connectivity.
And which I mean, people, you have those diehards who are like, if it's not wired.
Yep. And 100% PTFE feet. And then, of course, integrated storage right there for your wireless adapter. Now, you'll see that we have another version right here. This is the same exact model, but it also includes grip tape. I want you to feel that grip tape. Tell me how it feels.
Yeah, you're not like. Look, I mean, here's the thing, Josiah. Like, just rub your feet. Like, you're not like this is gonna stick in your hand.
Yeah.
Like the odds of like you losing. That's crazy.
So now the last part here is this is where I really want to blow your guys' minds. What you're seeing right here is a fantastic collaboration that we've been working on with AIM Labs. So this is called the AIM Lab Edition because it is the first mouse to come with a settings optimizer. It actually has 4 different training modules that account for things like sensitivity, LOD, flick, right? Where you can go in, do a 10-minute trial, and it will tune all your settings specific to the mouse.
Does it write it to the hardware?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have onboard memory, 5 profiles that are built in there.
See, that's rad. So basically what you can do is like you can go take all your time at home, all that sort of stuff, but if you're a tournament player, take this with you. It's basically, and then all of that stuff is saved on there, and it can be for 5 different games essentially.
Yeah, and another key benefit is unlike, let's say, like Razer, who like uses like cloud-based software where you have to have sign-in access. We do have a full software suite, but we don't require any cloud registration. Once you install everything, if you store that all in there, you can run it entirely. And of course, you guys saw, you still do get even one RGB lighting zone.
So that makes it perform way faster.
Yeah, you get just a little bit of flare, so pretty sweet.
Oh, look at that. They're
thank
taking
you.
care of
Thank
you.
you so much.
Juno. Look at that. Battery life.
So battery life, I have to double check on the final metrics, but it should be quite solid, competitive within this class.
This
class of mice. And price point, actually I think is going to be quite surprising. We should be at around about $150, which if you consider everything that you're getting in this mouse and the premium upgrades along with this, I think that is a fantastic option for this premium space. If you want something that might be positioned a little bit lower, consider our recently introduced ROG Gladius 3 aim point and Curious wireless aim point, which are ergos as opposed to a symmetrical based design.
Right.
And this mat is also brand new. This is
with aim lamps.
This is the hone, which you can also see integrates the markers, which align perfectly with the training modules.
Wow, that's crazy. So if you get this, you get the software suite, and then you can get this. Does this come with it or no?
No, this is sold separately.
Separate. But all in all, like this is like your ultimate pair.
Yep.
If you're gonna you're like, hey, I want to be an esport pro.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
Oh, 90 hours.
Oh, 90 hours. Oh, he's over there. He's like, here's what it is.
But,
90 hours.
But I believe the 90 hours, that's dependent on lighting.
Okay, depending on lighting.
Yeah,
so if you have the RGB off, 2 million hours.
No, I think the 90 hours would be with
RGB. With the lighting. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let's
keep going down.
Yeah,
okay, and then this is our zone.
Yeah. So rounding things out, a couple of other cool little
B760s.
Yeah. So of course these are just a new update. If you're looking for something that's not super expensive.
I like this. I like this look though.
Yeah. So this is the new design that we introduced with kind of the recent AMD as well as Intel platform launch. It's what we call our vector design language. I think it gives it a really kind of just tough feeling, right? But simple, minimal, clean, and refined. Great set of boards. If you just don't necessarily care about CPU overclocking, but you want an updated platform, you want enhanced power limits, DDR4, DDR5 overclocking support, a lot of high-speed I/O. Great option that'll be much less expensive than going with something like Z790.
Yep, and it's funny because we literally just got finished. I mean, this is like in most of our recommended budget builds and stuff like that. These are the boards that we have a tendency to choose on a consistent basis because you guys just do a really great job, and I'm not selling it here, but you guys just do a really great job of mixing value plus price, right?
Yep.
And the other two is like you get when you install Windows, it armory crates automated, the LAN bars on board, all that sort of stuff that just makes when you're doing a PC and doing a DIY PC the easiest thing in terms of just getting up and going and running, which is great. So love these boards. Great to see great to see both B760 and H770 options.
We've got two last things to help to round things out here. So the first one's going to be right here, the GT502, which is launching pretty much this month in North America. You will get it in black and you will get it in white. So we have two different color versions.
And I have built in.
Yeah, one of the really cool things too about the GT502 is that even on the white model, all the internal cables, they are white.
Oh, okay.
So that's a rarity, even amongst other white chassis manufacturers. They don't have white cables. You'll see one of the other really cool things is that we give increased space where you don't have any restriction issues with going with a large like 4090, 4080 series class card in your cable. You can go vertical, you can go horizontal. You can go ahead and mount your rad here. You can mount your rad here, but the other kind of cool hat trick, as you might remember from this, is on the back, you could also mount a radiator if you wanted to. It's not the recommended configuration, but if you want to have something that looks different, you can mount the rad there. You could go with fans. You could go with storage, right? You also have the integrated support.
Yep, I remember that.
Which is a nice option that also comes included there. These straps are entirely functional, so you can actually lift your system once you've gone ahead and built with it. The top also has a nice release mechanism, so you can pretty much just pop it off.
Yep.
And it allows you to have much quicker access to getting into your system.
And if you guys want to see it build, we'll put a link in here because we did do a mod workshop where we built in this case, and that was I got to be one of the first people to actually get to do it.
I think you were.
I might have been the first. Okay,
one.
so I was the first one, and this is actually a really great case. We'll definitely be doing a review on it when it comes out.
Yeah,
is the AIO new?
Yeah, so that is an unreleased version of our next generation.
See, I see enough of this hardware. I'm like, wait, I've never seen that before.
So that's going to kind of be coming in the not too distant future. So that'll be kind of the Tough Gaming AIO Series 2. And so here, this is a good kind of example of how Tough Gaming, while it's not our most expensive line, it can look fantastic.
Still make a great build.
And really offer a great foundation for users.
What is the price point on the case?
Price point should be about 160 to 170.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So there's about a $10 delta between the white edition and the black edition.
And if you guys didn't hear this, the white edition will have all white cabling, so it'll be fully white. You can make a really true Arctic build out of it. And
goes great with our ROG Strix white edition graphics cards.
Yeah, which we have a couple sitting in our hotel room right now because we're going to be using those. Now the other thing I will say is if you can see how beefy JJ is, it's mostly from doing deadlifts using the case. So you can also, it's all part of a fitness program that'll be coming out later from Asus ROG using all of their...
So we're gonna move over to the last item over there, but I wanna quickly touch on one item here.
Okay.
It's just cool, two quick items. One is we have an updated SSD. This is the...
that you have in water?
Yeah, this is the Tough Gaming SSD.
There it is. Wow.
It is built like a tank. This will be a little bit cheaper than our ROG Arion, which is a 10 gigabits M.2 based SSD. Oh yeah, you can drop it, dunk it in water, do whatever you want. Great option that if you just want to be able to drop in, something like an SN550, have high-speed storage, bam, you're good to go. So really cool little option right there.
It does not come with the water and the glass.
You'll have to bring your own
You have to bring your own cup of water. Like that is not included.
And we also on the entry side, this is the new Tough Gaming M3 Gen 2. New updated sensor on this, 58 grams in terms of the weight, so nice, light weight.
Oh wow, that is nice.
Yeah, and this is going to be very inexpensive. You're probably going to be about sub $40 for this mouse.
Okay.
So
awesome.
Again, reasserting that top value prop. So let's finish things off with Wi-Fi 7.
Real quick though, just so you guys know, pretty much what they're saying is you can do monitor, peripherals, everything that you could want, all Asus if you wanted to. And the great thing about it though is that it's all using Armoury Crate, so it's just one piece of software,
single application.
which makes it. And the other two is you can hardware write if you want to just take that off or not have it running it all the time.
Yep.
Okay, we got one more thing.
One last thing here.
Okay, here we go, guys. One last thing. And then we will be wrapping it up. We only got through the ROG. Oh, we showed this, but yes, give me the info.
Yeah,
because I would Wi-Fi 7 is the thing.
Yeah, so this is world's first Wi-Fi 7 gaming routers. So this is a quad band unit. This will be pretty much your fastest unit. 2.6 gigahertz processor in here, quad core, 1 gigabyte of DDR4 memory, 3 10G LAN ports that is on this unit, right? And even that 10G LAN is also for your WAN. Now, some people might ask, what is the point of having such a fast SoC? One of the really cool things is on-router VPN performance. So if you wanted to be able to run your VPN across all your devices, you can actually store that information on the router, and with a really high-performing chipset, you can have outstanding VPN performance, which normally, if you load VPN onto a router with like a slower, like dual core 1 gigahertz, you would notice maybe a 4 to 5, 6x delta in your VPN performance.
Wow, okay.
We've also made recent updates to be able to support new standards in VPN, like the latest, which is WireGuard, which is a really exciting brand new protocol. And as a quick kind of...
And Govee and all those other things, you believe it or not, having beefy things like this, especially if for gamers who are going to have very, very over-the-top designs, and then you're worried about, of course, the things like QoS and everything else for best gaming performance, that's where things like this actually come in very useful.
And the key part on the bands is if you were to pair, let's say, a router, so one router with another router, is you always lose one band. So if you had a dual band router, you drop one band. You essentially only have a single band router because in a mesh, you essentially are having one band talk to the other router. So if we move to a tri-band router like this one, right, guess what? You still keep 2 bands. And if you go to a quad band router, you still keep 3 bands. So that is one of the cool benefits. And of course with Asus, you can always pair more if you need more coverage. But I'll tell a lot of people that wonder, should I go mesh or should I not go? We have a full mesh ecosystem with Zen Wi-Fi, and these are brand new. The GT6, which are our first ROG mesh-centric gaming product, so they actually come in a pair. either black or white, your choice, you can get them. But most people actually do not need mesh. For most homes that are probably, I'd say, under 2,800 square feet,
Yep.
one single router would actually cover that whole
entire
space
place, yep.
and actually give you better performance. Because mesh, you generally lose one of those bands. But if you really need super high coverage, then mesh is really where the strength lies.
Yep.
So these will be coming later out, price point. You're going to be looking upwards of probably $650,
Yeah, they're
$700.
high end.
These are at the highest end of the spectrum for performance. And then this is just the Asus version as opposed to the ROG version. So a tri-band with two 10G ports as opposed to quad band with three 10G ports.
Right, nice.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is it doesn't have RGB, so therefore that's where you lose the band.
Yeah.
RGB adds a band. I don't know if you guys know. That's real science. Okay, guys, well, there's a lot more still to cover, but guys, we are out of time, unfortunately. Dude, JJ, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Awesome, yeah.
We are going to cover some other things. Of course, if you love this coverage or you have other things you want us to make sure that we cover next year, because we didn't even get to notebooks. And there's ROG notebooks, there's Ace. I mean, this place is massive in terms of the things that we could still cover. And we apologize that we only have so much time at each booth, but that is it for Robeytech. If you have any other questions or things that we can follow up with, head over to discord.gg/Robeytech. We'll work with the team. Again, good friends with JJ, Kat, all those sort of stuff. If you have feedback about products, something you saw, let us know. We'll get that feedback over to JJ.
Yeah, you can also always, if you want, consider checking out our PC DIY group.
Yep, which is an awesome place.
Or you can email pcdiy@asus.com.
Okay, so those are some other options as well. Anyway, guys, that is it for us. We are out. We'll see you guys at the next booth.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Losing your voice.
Yeah, it's gone up there. Yeah.
Do you need any? Do you want us to get you like cough drops or something?
Oh no, I have some. I gotta go find it in my bag, but I just,